helps me prepare for that potential future where that might come to reality in terms of your processes, your technology, your efficiencies, the way that you hire, your culture, your brand, all that stuff. I could be lazy with some of it and we'd still make money and we'd have a good time taking care of clients in this logistics space. But I'm very mindful of if I ever want to sell this, how would we get top dollar for it? Well, it would be to have your house in order in all those areas. Right. Whether you're going to sell or not, it's the right way to go through your day, because what you don't want to do is get to the point where you're 55 or 45 years old, you want to sell your company, and now you have to unwind the fact that you're ingrained in everything that happens. Well, nobody's going to want to buy that, because if you buy Trucker Logistics, you're going to want to get rid of me in short order with the non-compete and a period of time where I help transition, but you don't want me around long term. Well, if the company is nothing without me running it, then it's a lifestyle company. So that's my philosophy that kind of, I think, gets into everything that we do here, because it's culture, it's customer service, it's on and on and on.
Well, and what I like that you're saying there, Chad, is I think that it can even be a lot more fun, beneficial, and a better experience for the employees. If they're a part of something that's going to be growing beyond Chad, then there's more opportunity for this type of a mindset. I mean, we've seen a lot of advertisements talking to people starting their own business, making, for some reason, the magic word that you look everywhere is 10K, making 6 figures a year, making 10K. They have pictures of people sitting on the beach saying, I'm making 10K sitting here on the beach. It's a big freaking misnomer. In fact, the people who are making money in that are the schmucks who are selling you that dream. And you're going out there buying it and thinking, when am I going to be sitting on the beach making 10K a month?
You figure out how to sell a bunch of people on $89.99 a month.
I gave this guy $89.99 so I can learn to make 10K a month. So there's been a lot of stuff going on with Trucker, from the inception to where you're at today. So even with a little bit of a change in your philosophy, it's a growth company, not a lifestyle company. We're coming up on a year here, I think in August in 21. Where do you think the company is going to be? And before you answer, Chad, to the listeners, this is why I picked Chad. I want you to hear what he has to say. By the end of, what do you think you're going to be revenue-wise, Chad?
So we started last August 1st, basically. I don't think we even did 200,000 in revenue last year. It was a lot of selling, a lot of, 90% of my time was, hey, give me a shot. I'm the new guy. And I knew some people from years in the industry, but I didn't pirate any clients from past, places that I've worked. I pretty much started from scratch. And so it took a lot of selling. And we did a little bit of revenue last year. I think in January was pretty slow. We did like $20,000, like 7 shipments. But we've really taken off in February, March, and April. The industry is, everybody's experiencing the uptick in freight costs and the lack of trucks, and there's just simply not enough trucks for all the freight that's out there. And we've, through good customer service and a lot of effort, we've grown to a team of me plus 3, and we'll probably end 2021 with about $5 million in revenue. And I would say we'll manage this year in terms of shipment count, probably 2,500 shipments, something like that. We usually do about $2,000, maybe $2,300 per shipment. Average out to be for the customers that we take care of. So yeah, we'll come in at $5 million in sales. And yeah.
Okay, listeners, viewers, did you hear that? 1 year from zero. On day one, maybe you covered a shipment or not. All right. to a year later, from day 1 to 0 to a year later, 5 million in revenue. Chad didn't do this by sitting on the beach buying programs for $89.95 on how he's showing him how he's going to make this. It's not, and this is the difference, guys. This is the difference between a lifestyle, the mindset, the difference between a lifestyle business where Chad's going to get to 10K a month or 20K a month and sit on the beach. This is the growth mindset, because it went from him. Now there's 3 others with him. So now there's 4. A growth mindset organization creates more opportunity, creates more value for the employees that go above and beyond the owner. So his mindset is, I'm going to make some money and sit on the beach from this $89 program a month. It took 13 years, some patience, to when he hit the ground a year later, he's in a position from his 13 years of experience of being in the industry. And let's not forget that Chad did not start in the logistics industry. He was in the home service industry. Patience. One business failed. He picked up, moved to another, kept his eyes and head up, looking for other opportunity. Patience in that 13 years to where when he was now ready to move into his own business, 5 million in revenue by the end of 1 year. This does not happen overnight. Chad, you probably made a heck of a lot of phone calls at the beginning trying to find customers. Is that right?
Yeah, I've got the 13 years of experience, but I didn't spend any good portion of that doing what we're doing today, freight brokerage. I was managing warehouses and freight forwarding and LTL and technology. So a great introduction to the space that helps me sell into different customers, because while I'm selling and I'm a salesperson, I've been in the trenches. I've booked the loads. I've talked to the carriers. I've loaded trucks before. I have that experience. So it kind of all manifested here where I'm building a company. But it isn't, I think the characteristics of me that have helped me succeed, for anybody who's listening that might want to, make that plunge. It's not easy, and maybe you shouldn't do it when you're 50. Leave a good paying job with a great company and decide to go out on your own. But what really matters is grit and tenacity and hard work. It's not motivation. There is no. Everybody's motivated by their own thing. I got kids to take care of, and I don't like losing, so I guess I'm motivated. But it's day in and day out grit, and you also have to do something you're good at. I'm really good at this. I don't mean that to sound arrogant, but I know how to talk to carriers. I know how to talk to customers. I understand the industry. This is a fit for me. Now, I can't play a musical instrument, and I'm not a very good dancer. I wouldn't be a good brain surgeon. So you have to find your spot for sure. But I've found my spot and I've applied myself to it, and it's going really well.
You've been listening to the Temple Executive Coaching Podcast, where we engage with experts in business growth for small and medium-sized companies. If you're an expert and would like to be featured on the Temple Executive Coaching Podcast, please email Mike Temple at mike@templeexecutivecoaching.com.